Look at that. Nobody's in it. Yeah. That's all right.
Hey, now it's Anthony with A&A Professional Services, and before we start this video, go ahead and join the New Wave Facebook group, and let's get into it. Car washers versus detailers. This sometimes can get real serious. The first time that I ever saw that was on YouTube. Then I started seeing it in Facebook groups, and I started seeing that like car washers was like at the bottom of the barrel, and detailers was like supposed to be the cream of the crop. The detailers, they do all the wet sanding and the paint correction, polishing, and headlight restoration, and interior detailing, shampooing, and all that. And me personally, I thought that detailing and car washing was one of the same. I would hear people say, "Hey, how much you charge me to detail my vehicle?" Or "How much you charge me to wash my car?" I would even hear the same people use it interchangeably in the same conversation. So I always thought it was one of the same. But when I got here to YouTube, I mean, it could be deadly. If you're not strong, if you ain't got thick skin, a lot of these, people on YouTube in the comment section will really make you feel like you're nothing. And I saw a comment the other day when a guy, and sometimes you could just hear the undertones. A guy was basically saying, matter of fact, the comment was on my video when I talking about I quit. People actually thought that I really quit in my Facebook group, but I didn't. It was just a thumbnail. But yeah, the title of that video is 3 reasons why mobile detailers quit. That's what it was called. So the guy in the comment section said that one of the reasons why mobile detailers quit is because some guys claiming to be detailers come in the game. They're really car washers, but they claiming to be detailers. They come in the game, charge cheaper prices, and make detailers like me go out of business. But that's not true, because car washers cater to a certain demographic. Detailers cater to a certain demographic, for the most part. Now, sometimes, every now and again, you get people that don't get those type of details. Sometimes if they have a problem, somebody threw up in the vehicle or something happened, then they'll spend the money to do it. But on regular basis, they're not doing that. But I never worry about that, because the people that call me, they wouldn't normally, naturally, for the most part, generally speaking, they would not cross paths with a car washer. Only if that car wash is in a public area and they passing by and they stop and ask them how much. But there's a demographic for everything. Even if your customer does call a car washer, and if that car washer work is not up to par, then you'll be getting a call back. So it's nothing to worry about. I'll give you an example. If you go to any big city, and naturally, if you see a McDonald's, not far from there, you're going to see Chick-fil-A. Not far from there, you're going to see a Wendy's, a Popeyes. All of these are fast foods. Some of them sell chicken. Some of them sell hamburgers. Some of them sell chicken burgers. They all pretty much sell some of the same things, and it's just a pick of what you want. If you got Chick-fil-A money, you go to Chick-fil-A. If you got Wendy's money, you go there. If you got McDonald's money, you go there. And sometimes people that go to the cream of the crop, they'll go down to the bottom of the so-called bottom of the barrel and eat their food. Those people never go out of business. If you notice that, if you go to any major city and you see a dealership, 9 times out of 10, you never see a major dealership sitting by itself. Most of the time, you don't see dealerships sitting by themselves. Just one dealership. Usually it's going to be one next door, one across the street, one down the street, one not too far away. And right there at the same intersection, you will have Mercedes, Chevy, and Toyota, right there, all in the same space. And those places don't go out of business because, the people that want BMWs will go to the BMW place or the Mercedes place or the Toyota place or the Chevy place. It doesn't matter. So, and the thing I don't like about it is that people that get into the detail industry, what it does is it makes them self-conscious. It makes them not get out there and do things as they would do them if they had no pressures. And I don't really like that. I don't like how detailers talk down on car washers. Now, if a car washer is claiming to be a detailer and he's not a detailer, then that's on him, but it's not going to mess up your business because there's going to be a clear difference between your work and his work. There'll be a clear difference. And the thing about that is if you run across the customer, and I get this all the time, a customer call, I give him my price, they'll be like, whoa, that price is too high. And I'll be like, okay. And if that person is open, I would just, quickly, without taking a lot of their time, I would explain the process. I would tell them everything that I'm going to do. I tell them that, I'm going to wash the vehicle. I'm going to clay the vehicle. The clay is going to remove all the contaminants that's on your vehicle. Then I'm going to put a protectant, maybe a sealant, a wax, a spray sealant, a spray coating or whatever, all the stuff, graphene. And, I'll tell them that. Then I'll tell them as I make my way into the interior, I'm gonna get your door jambs. I'm gonna wipe down every crook and cranny, your headliner, the air vents, brake pedals, your console, your cup holders, vacuum everything out. I'm gonna put a protectant on your leather and all your hard plastics. That's gonna cost that much. And then they'll see like, okay, he's really detailing that vehicle. He's gonna take it a step further than the car washer. But sometimes people don't need that much work, so they'll just opt out and go for the car wash. And you got to understand, a lot of people can't afford those prices. I mean, when you're charging, $250, $300, $400, $500, everybody can't afford those things. So you have to have that in mind when you're talking to people and be understanding. So everybody's not going to go for the detailer. They're going to go to the car washer because that's what they can afford. And they got to have an option. You just can't be, the detailer can't be the be all end all. You understand what I'm saying? But I remember those times. I remember when I first got on YouTube, and around like, I'm gonna say, I did YouTube like 2015 is when I started, the end of 15. And I want to say around like 17, I started noticing a lot of detailers that look like me putting down car washers and saying, "Oh, you don't detail, you're a car washer, and you're not charging enough, and you ain't making no money." And it was just this whole big thing. So I stayed silent. I didn't say much. I didn't engage in that type of negativity. I sat there and I watched. And I just watched different people, and I just saw what this person was doing, what that person was doing. I'm like, okay, well, he's calling this service a detail. And I'm looking and I'm like, well, he's doing the same stuff I'm doing. The only difference is he might be cleaning and adding wax, or he might have shampooed the carpets. He might have extracted the carpets, might have done a headlight restoration. That was it. I was like, well, what's separating, the service that I call a car wash and the service that you call a detail? What separates is only a clay, wax, polishing here and there, headlight restoration, removing the scratch. That's the only thing that's separating it. I mean, of course, getting in the vents and getting all in those little meticulous areas and doing all that meticulous detailing, I was doing that and calling it a car wash. So I was detailing really when I first started, and I was charging $25 for that. And a lot of people got over on my dumb ass, but I eventually learned and got better and started implementing the things that I was learning. So I just started seeing that, hey, it's not really a big deal. Like, there's a very thin line between car washing and mobile detailing. And the thing is that I never really worried about what another detailer or a car wash or whoever, whatever they want to call themselves in the industry. I never cared about what they thought. I really didn't. But I just was like, okay, well, let me not say, because maybe this detailing thing is seriously, and I didn't want to mislead anybody. So let me just say I'm car washing. But the whole time I was detailing, minus a few steps. So I don't want you guys to get caught up in that. You guys that are car washers, be proud of what you're doing. And if you want to start detailing, just start adding those services. You watch enough YouTube videos, you pretty much know what to do. Just start telling people about it. Just start start adding to a few cars. Matter of fact, the cars that you washing, clay it, put a little wax on it. If you see a stain, get your extractor out, drill brush it, just get the little stain and say, hey, I got that out for you. That is, how else you going to learn? And everything you do, you don't have to get paid for every single thing you do. Like today, I did an interior detail. It was some throw up in the vehicle. So they got the top detail package. So I go in, knock it out, and I'm looking how good the interior looks. And I'm like, man, I'm going to just do a simple wash. So I just did a simple wash, foamed it down, washed it, dried it off. That was it. No tire shine, none of that. No clay, no wax. I mean, just wash it off because I'm like, man, the car is looking good. I mean, the interior is looking good. Might as well match it with the exterior. But remember that, man. This car washer versus detailer thing, man, it's really got to stop. There's a very small difference. It's not that big of a difference. And don't get me wrong. Now, I know what y'all talking about. Like the car wash is the guy that comes in, washes the car, wipes it down, hits and miss, and then sends the car on. Yeah. But a lot of you guys, and I'm seeing this too, a lot of car washers are really doing a lot of detail. They just don't know that they are. All right. So that's my take on it. Whatever your opinion is, put in the comment section. Let me hear what you got to say. Shouts out to the new wave. Peace.